My nephew said this cat looks like a skinwalker, so his name is now Walker. Anyway, he's a good cat. But that's not the reason I made the video. Alright, so I pretty much have the hole dug to extend the pipe. We're gonna put these pallets around the camper to make a better wind block. We tried putting a tarp up last year, and it was not our best idea. I mean, it was somebody else's idea, and we thought it was a good idea, but it didn't work. So this year, oh yeah, there's a pallet right there. This year, we're gonna do pallets. We'll dig a trench around the camper to get the pallets at the right height, which if we do it sideways like that, it shouldn't be much. It shouldn't take much to do it. And then we'll take some scrap lumber to splice them together, and then take slats from other pallets and put them on in the holes to fill in the gaps, and then it'll pretty much be done. So, and then we can go underneath and insulate it with insulation if we want to, which we plan to. But at least at first it'll be a wind block, and that'll be half the battle. What I did last winter is I took this flex pipe and ran it underneath the camper, and I put heat tape on it, and that helped up until, like, say 2 weeks. There was 2 weeks we had a really bad freeze, and this whole thing was frozen, so we couldn't use the bathroom inside. We had to go inside the building and use that bathroom in there. So yeah, at least till everything thawed out. So this year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this pipe. I'm going to cut this elbow off and put a T in there. And then I'll put another elbow out here, and then basically shoot it over here. And then I'll put another elbow over here and bring it up. Now, I don't want it too far over to where if we rent this space out in the future, that it might get runned over. So I'm going to put it right in here to where it'll be just inside the pallet wall. So when we extend this back out, it'll be right underneath there. And then we'll have the pallet wall right here. And then I can run the pipe, a different pipe. This year I might use this. But next year what I'll do is I'll run, and I might even have time to finish it this year, but I'll run pipe over here, splice it into this, and then we can use this bathroom too. Right now we only use this bathroom because it's a 2-bathroom camper. Right now we only use this bathroom for a shower and the bathroom sink, and that's it. We don't use the toilet. So once I get this hooked up, then we can use the toilet in the back as well. So yeah, shower water and the sink water is just gray water, so it's not a big deal. But like I said, we want to be able to hook that up and run it into the septic as well, so we can use the toilet. Anyhow, so that's the plan. That's what we're doing. So I finally got this all dug out. I'm working on getting this part dug out the rest of the way, get everything, doing the final touches, if you will, as far as digging this out. And then I'll flush the system again, and then I'll take it apart. So right now what I do to keep black water from being in the line for too long or whatever is I'll flush the black water first. I'll run, usually the sink fills up first. And so when the sink is full, that's our sign that we gotta flush the system. The toilet water usually doesn't get too full. So then I'll run the shower upstairs for like 20-30 minutes, fill that tank up, because that's a gray water tank. And then what I'll do is I'll flush the black water first, because there's like I said, the bathroom upstairs has a toilet as well. So that's the one we use primarily, or that bathroom's the one we use primarily. But anyways, so I'll flush the black water first, run it through, then I'll flush the kitchen tank. So then I'm flushing, kitchen waste water through the line. So that pushes all the black water out of the line and down the tube. Then once that's done, I'll flush the shower and sink water for the bathroom upstairs, and then that flushes out all of the sink water. And then it's pretty clean water after that. It's just shower and sink water. Not a big deal. So then that's the only thing that's left in the line. Everything else is down in the septic tank. So that's how I flush the system. I'll probably continue that when I get it hooked up the other way. A lot of times what people will do is they'll leave the gray lines open and the black water closed, and then they only flush the black when it's full. But I like this system that I have, so I'm going to continue it, even though I'll have it set up better, because that way there's no standing black water in the lines. I don't, because then it's gonna, even though it's even though the system will be better, it'll still kind of stink. It'll leave a stench, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna make sure that everything is flushed thoroughly. So that's what I'm doing. That's my project here. I pretty much got this dug out. So I'm just doing the final touches, and then I'll flush the system. Then I'll go get the pipe out of storage and get the elbows. And I need to buy some elbows and the T. I'll probably do that Monday. And then, because I'm off Sunday and Monday this week, so I'll get those this week on Monday. I've already got the green pipe, and I already got the pipe for to connect to this once we get everything underneath the camper. I may need to get one or two. I may need to get an elbow or two, but other than that, I pretty much got everything I need, except for the T and the two elbows I need here. This one will probably be a 45 elbow, and then that one will be a 90-degree elbow, like I have here right now. But I gotta take that elbow off and put a T on it. And then, yeah, like I said, it'll be up underneath there, and then we can put the pallets around, and then we can winterize, and everything will be hunky-dory. I'll still put this heat tape, or whatever you want to call it, on the new line, just to prevent it from freezing or whatever when we do flush the system. And then I got the thermostat plug over here, so it would only come on when it gets below a certain temperature. And we got the heated water line as well. It's got a thermostat. So everything's on the thermostat. I got thermostats in the garage to heat the lines in the garage too when it gets below a certain temperature. Then everything else is buried deep enough, it's not a problem. And I also insulated this corner because basically the pipes run across the top here, down this wall, underground, and out and over there. So I buried this down as deep as I could, right just above or around the pipes, and then basically insulated this. I still need to silicone it a little bit more, so I'll do that before winter. But that's full of insulation. And then I got heat tape down there too. So I got insulation and spray foam insulation down there. I just packed it full of insulation and then I sprayed spray foam down in there. So yeah, this thing is well insulated. It's not insufficient in insulation for sure. So like I said, I just gotta silicone this again and it'll be good. The only place that freezes or has frozen inside is this corner where I've got the shut-off valves. I think I got that situation fixed, but we'll find out this winter if I do or I don't. So yeah, anyways, so that's what we're doing for winterizing this year. Hopefully it's better than last year, but we did all right. We did okay. Like I said, we only really had 2 weeks, maybe a little more, but we had 2 bad weeks of winter, and the pipes were frozen the pipes were frozen, this line was frozen for about 2 weeks. Other than that, we did pretty good. So this year, hopefully we'll do better. Skinwalker. Kit Kat. That's his original name. We're gonna name him Walker. Walker. He's a fireside Siamese. Or a red Siamese. We got a regular Siamese too. I called him Siam. But now that this guy's here, I wish I called Siam Hemi, because he's got the colors of a Himalayan, even though he's a Siamese. So I should have named him Hemi. Then I could have named this guy Siam. But anyways, like I said, my nephew thinks he looks like a skinwalker in the face. So we're going to call him Walker. Walker! You don't know his name yet, but that's your new name is Walker. You're a little bony. You need to eat more. Your skin is flabby. Flabby Skinwalker. He was hiding in the garage for a few weeks. While I was acclimating him, he wouldn't come out and he barely ate. So he lost a lot of weight, but he's putting it back on. He's kind of a rescue cat. This here is TJ. It's Thomas's grandbaby and Tails' son. So Tails is Thomas's son, and this is Tails' son. So since Thomas and Tails both start with a T, I'm going to call him TJ. Thomas Tails Jr. And this is Clarice. She's a 3-legged cat. I would have taken TJ back to the land, but the males tend to get runned off. So, and the females, you know, because the most dominant male basically runs off all the other males. So my new practice is any male kittens that are born, I'm going to bring them over here. And hopefully maybe one of the campers at one of the campgrounds might adopt them. So this is Swirl. She just got fixed because she's a bad mom. She has a love-hate relationship with being a mother. So we got her fixed, and now that she's healed, she's going back to the land. And she doesn't have to worry about having any more babies. So that's it for now. We got a black cat that was feral. Siam was feral too. They both adopted me. And then we have Thomas. He was actually feral also. He adopted my niece, but then my niece gave him to me. And then now he lives here. And then I wish I got that on tape. I got part of it. But anyways, so Izzy, Siam, oh, and then there is Pivot. Pivot adopted us in, I think, 2022. And then I had this girl staying here. She was supposed to be like a business partner. She had big ideas, but she didn't ever do anything. Her kids were abusive to Pivot, so I took him to the land. And then breeding season came about in 2023, and the Toms came around and was pretty much abusing Pivot. So he wasn't that strong. They were beating up on him and Tails both. Him and Tails were best buds, but Tails was a lot stronger, and I was worried about Pivot. So since that girl and her kids were gone, I brought him back over here for his safety. I took him there for his safety, and I brought him back for his safety. Well, little did I know, he actually was born at the campground and was technically one of the campground owners' cats. He just came up here and adopted us for some reason and whatnot. So anyways, when I brought him back here, he wandered back to his original home. And now I'm not sure how to explain that situation, but Pivot is basically homeless again. So, or not homeless again, but he is now homeless. So he ended up wandering back up here, and I took him back because I love Pivot. So, yeah. So we have Pivot, we have Thomas, we have Izzy and Siam, we have Walker, TJ, and Clarice. That's 7 cats. And then Swirl. But Swirl's going back to the land. So 7 cats here. Pivot and Thomas and Izzy doesn't come around every day. Izzy, I don't know, she may have another owner too that she visits, but she comes around every other day or something like that. Thomas comes around every couple days. He kind of also adopted some neighbors down the street because he probably likes their food better, and they probably have less cats. I brought Swirl, Donna, and a bunch of kittens over here because they were sick. The kittens were sick, not the adults. But I brought Swirl and Donna over to take care of the kittens while they recovered. And that's when Thomas was like, forget this, I'm out of here. So he moved down the street, but he still comes back from time to time. And Pivot, who knows where he goes, but he comes back every once in a while too. So, and these two like each other, which is cool. Clarice is doing really good for a three-legged cat. She didn't used to like kittens, but she likes this kitten. I'm surprised at how well she runs for only having 3 legs. She's not gonna run for me now. She might. She runs after that guy. She was playing with him a minute ago. So maybe she'll go get him again. Clarice. Oh, Clarice wants in on the action. Maybe. Maybe not. Swirl, you ready to go home? As soon as I shut this video off, she'll get up and run again. Oh, there she goes. Oh, maybe not. I got this little clip thingy. Maybe I can. Nope, it's not gonna work. Clarice looks like she might be Sproul's daughter, but she's actually Thomas's daughter also. So TJ would be her nephew, maybe? Or half. No, her nephew. Yeah, TJ would be her nephew. Clarice. Clarice. I keep trying to get cool videos like you see on Facebook and YouTube, but I don't seem to get the cool videos. Oh well. The funny cat videos. There's Laura.
Oh, holy crap! You're a busy bee.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
I remembered something.
I didn't do it.
There's a reason why I stopped doing web design.
Because it's a pain in the ass.